Have you ever asked the man you're dating, "What are you thinking about?" And he replied, "Well, nothing." Well, it turns out sometimes he is thinking about something, but he just doesn't know exactly how to tell you. As a woman, you're taught from a young age that expressing your emotions is healthy and normal. You're allowed to feel comfortable crying or asking a man for help. But for a man, unfortunately, we're taught to bottle up our emotions and then throw that bottle in the sea and never go looking for it. For this reason, when a man really wants something from you, he often doesn't know how or when to express it. Instead, he keeps it inside and problems begin to manifest. Today, I'm going to peel back the layers of how men think and help you to learn how to fulfill a man's desires so you can become his ultimate dream woman. This knowledge, it's going to empower you and show you exactly how to keep your man feeling fulfilled and building a healthy, satisfying relationship. So in this video, I'm going to tell you the 5 things men desire but are too embarrassed to ask for. I'll tell you our burning desires, the kind of treatment from women that makes us feel loved, and the actions you can take to make your man feel whole in your relationship. This is going to give you a look into how men think and also give you the power to attract a high quality man long term or keep the one that you have feeling happier than ever being with you. Now let's get into the things men truly desire but don't dare to ask you for. Number 1, he wants a queen. What do I mean by this? Well, he wants a woman with strong boundaries who knows what she wants. A strong, independent woman is incredibly alluring for a man. This attitude shows she's confident and well-rounded. She's not going to put up with any BS from a man. Despite what you often see in popular media, a high-quality man isn't looking for a doting housewife. He's looking for an equal partner who can bring just as much to the table as he does. Men love a sassy woman who's going to tell him to knock it off if he starts in with her over something insignificant. Men often condition women to receive less than what they deserve. When a woman shows a man that she's not going to put up with his late night booty calls or being treated just like one of the guys, he doesn't feel offended. He feels turned on. He sees her as a challenge and he's going to work 10 times harder to be with her because she's different than the other women he's dated. His dream woman doesn't beg for gifts. She's not self-centered or immature. His dream woman expects him to treat her with respect. And if he doesn't, well, she'll walk right out the door and doesn't think twice about coming back. A queen commands respect. This is the type of woman that men desire. An example, one of my friends, Tom, was dating Amelia. And Amelia she was a nice woman. She did everything in her power to take care of Tom, even though he was a grown man who was fully capable of doing his own laundry and cooking meals for 2. One day, Tom and Amelia got in a big fight. And when she was in the middle of making dinner, he admitted to me he wasn't the most respectful during the fight and wouldn't have been surprised if she just walked right out the door and told him that she wouldn't be talking to him for a while. What did she do instead? Well, she finished cooking him dinner. She set a plate down in front of him as he watched the game. She cleaned the dishes. She put them away. And then she told him that she wouldn't be leaving. Tom couldn't believe it. He said she unloaded the dishwasher. It was bad. It was like she had no respect for herself. She just lets people walk all over her. Do you see what happened here? Amelia thought she was being nice by continuing to take care of Tom, even though he disrespected her. And he actually thought less of her. It's kind of strange for a man to have to tell a woman that he's dating, look, sometimes I can be out of line, but just call me on it. But this is really what a man wants. A woman who knows herself, knows what she wants, and isn't afraid of asking for it. Personally, the last few years have been really challenging and rewarding for me personally. I'm growing a coaching business. I'm raising 2 kids. My wife, Kathy, is due with a little boy in a couple of months. On top of that, I got a dog to take care of, Rocky, and just life, friends and family. Listen, it's a lot. Sometimes I feel like this angsty teenager who just wants to whine about how overwhelmed I can be, but Kathy doesn't let me get away with that. And for that, I actually love and respect her because she helps remind me that I'm here to be a king, not this whiny little boy. And that's really what I want. Someone who will hold me to a higher standard, see my true potential, rather than just accepting my immature actions or outlooks. Number 2, men want someone who unleashes a different side of him in the bedroom. I don't often talk about sex, but I do think this is important. Every man even if he's shy or analytical, has an inner warrior. And if you're not timid in bed, you can unleash this inner warrior and build an even stronger relationship with your partner. So what can you do to unleash this side of your man? Try something different. If you're always doing a certain position, switch things up, surprise him, wear some seductive lingerie. These small surprises can go a long way for a man who is always expected to be the one to initiate. And that brings us to, don't be afraid to make the first move. If it's your first time being intimate, let him be the one who initiates that first time that you sleep together. But if you've been dating for a while, or if you're in a relationship, come on to him sometimes. I don't know many men who wouldn't love to come home from work and find his girlfriend in nothing but high heels waiting for him. Or it could even be as simple as just climbing on top of him on the couch after dinner when he least expects it. Men are tired of always having to be the ones making the first move, especially if they're being turned down often. Show him how much you want him, and he's going to feel lucky to have you. Maybe this goes without saying, but I should add here that he wants you to have a wild side at home, but not in front of his friends or family. Men want to be able to present you as a lady to their family and friends. They don't want someone who's sloppily kissing their neck or being too over the top with public displays of affection. The fantasy here is that you can be perfectly respectful in front of everyone else and then have this wild side that's for his eyes only. And if you can master this, then the man you're dating is going to find you irresistible. Number 3, someone who lifts him up and respects him. Both men and women want to be respected, but men especially feel a lot of pressure to be the man. What does this mean exactly, to be the man? Well, men want to have people look up to them as someone wise and giving. They want to be seen as a leader, but often they don't have a mentor or a role model in their lives who can show them how to be a real man, the king. So that's why a lot of men look for a partner who's going to respect them, even if they haven't yet achieved this status. When I met my wife, I was working a 9-to-5 job in a cubicle, and she was the one who pushed me to becoming a coach full-time. She saw my potential and believed in me at a time when I didn't believe in myself. I'll never forget her for being my biggest cheerleader and supporter, and she still is to this day. If you lift your man up and treat him as a leader, he's going to work to become that person, and you'll get to experience the payoff. Number 4, he wants to feel appreciated and have his ego stroked. As you may know, a lot of men have big egos, and that's not always a bad thing. The world rewards confident leaders who believe in themselves. And something men love, but would never dare to ask for, is when a woman shows appreciation for what he does and strokes his ego a little bit. A few ways that you can do this are just praising him for big and small things. If he brings over Chinese food so that you can just have a cozy night in, you can say, "Thank you so much." If you love the way he holds your hand when you walk down the street, tell him. Say, "I love it when you hold my hand. I just feel so comfortable and safe with you." Make him feel manly. If he hangs up the Christmas lights, say, "Wow, aren't you scared to go up that high on a ladder? You're brave. I could never do that." If he fixes a shelf in your house, say, "Thank you so much. You're really the best." I understand women are fully capable of doing these things for themselves. I get it, but men have a need to protect and care for the women in our lives. When you acknowledge and praise us for this, we feel better about ourselves. Shy away from criticizing him when he's trying to help. There is nothing worse for a man than him going out of his way to try to help a woman that he's dating only to get shot down for doing it wrong or not good enough or not the way that she wanted. In the past, I was dating a woman and she asked me to help build a desk for her from IKEA. Now, if you've ever built anything from IKEA, you know that it comes with vague instructions and a million random parts. And after spending 2 hours on a Friday night building this desk, I proudly presented it to her saying, "All done. What do you think?" And what was her response? "Ugh, I hate the color. I think I'm going to have to return it." I was floored. I couldn't believe she didn't even say thank you for the time and effort I spent putting it together for her. Even if she didn't like the color and wanted to return it, she could have at least, been a little bit appreciative that I was sitting there on a Friday night trying to build this thing for her. And I would have been okay if she told me she didn't like the color, but there was just no appreciation. Something men won't tell you is that when you criticize them for helping, they're not going to want to keep helping. So if you want him to help you with something, give him a generous amount of praise afterward. This not only makes him feel appreciated, but it makes him more likely to want to do it again for you in the future. After all, making you feel good is important to him, And he feels better about himself when he does a good job of making you happy. Number 5, he may like you or even love you, but he also needs his own space. It's common to want to spend a lot of time with your partner because they make you feel good. But sometimes men just need time for themselves to recharge. Some men have a hard time telling the woman they're dating, I just need to chill out and be alone, because they're scared that she's going to get offended or her feelings will be hurt. And then they're going to have to deal with the aftermath. Do yourself and your man a favor by allowing him to do his own thing without you sometimes. Men appreciate it when women encourage them to take some time for themselves. And this could mean telling him to go watch the game with the boys, or saying he should go fishing this weekend, or just go to the office and finish up some work. When he has some time away, it helps him to feel relaxed, to reset, to recharge, so that he can have more energy when he's with you. This is going to lead both of you to being happy, and that's what's the most important thing. Now that you know the 5 things men desire but are too embarrassed to ask for, you can hone in on these desires and show a high-quality man that you know what he wants and become his dream woman. I know that if you're watching this video, you're an ambitious woman who deserves to be in a happy, healthy relationship. Imagine in a few weeks from now, you meet an attractive, successful man. You go on some dates, you get along well, you show him that you're a strong, independent, confident woman who knows how to unleash his inner warrior in the bedroom. Not only is your sex life amazing, but your relationship grows even stronger emotionally because you respect him, you appreciate him, and allow him the space that he needs to be himself. With you, he feels like he has an equal partner who's going to be with him in the good times and the bad. In return for making him feel this way, he goes out of his way to try to impress you and to treat you like the queen you are. You fall deeper in love, and he knows that you're the woman he wants to spend the rest of his life with. He asks you to be his wife. After all, you're the woman he always dreamed of. This scenario doesn't have to be a fantasy. You can attract a great guy who appreciates you the way that you deserve if you follow this powerful dating advice. Now, I've got one final thought for you. If you've spent time trying to understand what men really want, you know that it's difficult. Men don't always open up to you. We won't reveal exactly what we're thinking or why we act a certain way. And it can leave you feeling confused or frustrated because you don't know what we really want. If that's you, then I want you to check out this special presentation that I put together that is never going to be posted on YouTube. It's just for my true fans. Basically, I put together an expose that's going to show you all about a man's deepest secret desires. This is for you if you've ever wanted to know exactly what the high quality men in your life are thinking and have a step-by-step system to show them that you're truly the woman that they need to be with. I've been teaching this concept to all of my private coaching clients, and now you can learn about it too. Just click the link below in the description to learn more. I don't typically share this. I only usually do with my VIP email list, but today I want to test something out new. So if you click the link in the description, you're going to hear all about the #1 relationship killer, which causes men to fall out of love with even the most beautiful, youthful, and ambitious women. Watching this video is going to introduce you to my premium program, which reveals the secret to making a man deeply devoted to you and only you. If you're an ambitious woman, then you know the value of investing in yourself, in your self-improvement, and your dating life. And you know that I've got a very different approach than everyone else. So just click the link below this video in the description to access the presentation right now. All right, be well, and I'll see you over there.